Hello, and welcome to The Knife Store, where we sell knives. Today, Blue Collar Survival will be reviewing the Benchmade Bailout. He did not want to come into the store today and show his face due to the fact that this is something he's been really nervous about for a while. There's two companies he's been nervous about reviewing, and that is Benchmade and Spyderco, due to the fact that they both have extremely huge followings, and they also have very vocal followers. So, he was a little bit nervous. I ain't nervous about nothing. Talking about being scared. Here, hold my beer. I tell you what, if you don't agree with my review and you're upset about it, it's one man's opinion. Come at me, fanboys. Hey, what's going on, BCS Army? Justin for Blue Collar Survival again. It's time for another review. Before I get started, if you're new to my channel and you're looking for that best bang for your buck in the knife and gear world, hit that subscribe button down below. While you're at it, throw me a thumbs up. Alright, so today I will be doing the Benchmade Bailout, courtesy of the Apex Pass Around group. I would like to thank those guys over there for the opportunity to check this knife out and review it. If it wasn't for these pass around groups, a lot of us reviewers would struggle to do things like this. So these pass arounds are a blessing, and I'd like to thank David for allowing me to get into this and everybody else that is involved. So thank you guys so much for this opportunity to check it out. Alright, so yeah, today we'll be doing the Benchmade Bailout. This is one of their newer ones into their line. This is of the black series. The black class, I should say. Alright, we'll get that out of the way. Comes with a little cleaning cloth pouch that people just throw somewhere. And then we get the knife itself. So I will go ahead and throw some specs up on the screen while I get some comparisons out for you. And I'm not going to lie, if you're a fanboy, this review might not go for you. I was not very impressed with this knife, but I'll tell you guys why. I am a fan of Benchmade though. So it's not that I don't like Benchmade, it's just I don't like this Benchmade. So the first one we're going to show is my Griptilian. And then we will do the Bug Out, of course, because this is something that, you know, a lot of people are comparing it to. And as you see, the scales are not the same, so you cannot line up scales. This scale is larger than that. I know that is a question that's been asked a lot, but they will not match up. And the Mannix too. Oh, and of course, a Bic lighter. So let's go ahead and get into this. 3V, CPM 3V steel. It's a newer steel, so I'll go ahead and kind of give a rundown on that. It's a non-stainless tool steel. It's American made. It's a powdered steel made by Crucible Industries. 3V, I keep trying to do that C3PO or something. Anyway, 3V is a steel that is built for toughness and maximum resistance from chipping and breakage from hard use. But Benchmade only did this at a 56 Rockwell. They say 57. Good buddy Kurt has tested it. It hit 56 on the Rockwell, which the Honey Badger at HCR13 came back at a 58. Rockwell isn't everything, but I'm just saying this is an extremely soft steel. Usually it runs at a 58 to 60 normally, but with it being non-stainless, it's got a Cerakote coating on it. That way you won't have to maintain it as much. Otherwise you would have to keep your blade oiled constantly because it will rust on you or patina very strongly. But anyway, it's only at a 56. So that's like right away, that just blew my mind. So let's get into why I don't like this thing. There's a few reasons. 3V steel is meant for a toughness, and I know they had some marketing things on there with like for special ops and stuff like this, but me and Super Steel Steve were talking about it, you know, something like you're not going to pry with this knife, you know. 3V is something you would do harder use stuff than you would on some of your other steels because of it's more malleable, but it doesn't really, I don't know, it's hard to explain, and I don't quite understand 100%, but it is a stronger steel meant for toughness. But if you're going to try to use this in a hard sense like that, you're going to break this pivot on these plastic scales before you will ever snap this blade. So a blade of this magnitude, honestly, I don't believe that it belongs on there. It really jacks up the price on this. You know, you got the Bug Out that'll run you about $30 less. absolutely great knife. S30V, good steel. It's harder on the Rockwell count. This will have a less edge retention. You'll be sharpening it more than you will this one. And the tool steels can be a little more difficult to sharpen, but yeah, it's just the 3V seems like a little over the top for a lightweight folder like this. I could see it on something like maybe a Strider or something like that, some kind of a beefier knife, but something as lightweight as this, a 2-ounce knife, I just don't feel it belongs on it. I just hate the concept of it, and it's unnecessary. It unnecessarily jacks up the price of it. And honestly, what everybody should do is if you want a Tonto, basically people are like, oh, a Tonto like a bug out. Let's all just email Benchmade and tell them, hey, make a Tonto bug out, because I honestly think they would really sell. There are a lot of people that are Tonto fans. I am not a Tonto fan. That's another knock for me for why I don't like this reason. I'm not a Tonto fan. To each its own on it, but it's just not for me. I just never really been a fan of them. I don't like sharpening them. They're not hard to sharpen or anything. It's just, that little extra I got to do. And then this thing on the back, I really don't like, because when I'm disengaging the blade, it really digs into the palm. It's not that big of a deal. It's just uncomfortable. Once again, something I feel unnecessary. They should make it so you can maybe have some options, something that'll either just be a little backspacer there. Hell, you could even throw a bottle opener, since people like to have bottle openers on knives apparently. But you got Grivery scales, partial liner. You just basically got the liner right where the axis lock is, and beyond that, that's about it. You will get your flex, but I mean, these things here, honestly, as light as both of these knives are, these are not hard use knives. I don't care what anybody says. You could put 3V on there and go out and hard use it, but you're not going to beat on a knife like this that hard. It just, like I said, the concept of it just blows my mind. We just need, if you want a Tonto bug out, let's just flood their emails with, hey, we want a Tonto bug out. I will guarantee you, if enough emails went through with that request, they would come out with one. But that's neither here nor there, I guess. I knew I was going to rant a little bit on this, because it's just been driving me crazy. I mean, a 56, that is such a soft steel, honestly. I mean, that is something you're going to be sharpening, or, at least stropping all the time. I know a lot of people are a huge fan of the design. I mean, to each its own. Carries well in the pocket. I sound like I'm mad when I'm doing this review. I'm not even mad. Does carry well in the pocket. And I'll go ahead and throw the BCS score up. Didn't do very well. I got a 2.33 out of 4. 21 overall. It's kind of in the for me. But that's just me. It's just the whole concept of this knife really blows my mind. So, and honestly, 3V, even on a knife like this, maybe the G10 version, would be a little more understandable than this. What is the weight? Let me get the exact weight on here. I know I put it up in the specs, but sometimes we miss it. 2 ounces. 58 grams. So yeah, really lightweight knife. But overall, I mean, it's got a little finger ramp on there. I don't really like where that sets. I'd rather it just kind of set like the bug out does, where it sets flush. I like to have my finger sitting right above the thumb stud usually when I'm working. So I don't know. This one was just a big miss for me. I know it's a huge, possibly a huge hit for some, but in all honesty, I would say save yourself a little bit of money and just get a bug out. If you already have the bug out, get another bug out. I don't know. Get another bug out and reprofile the blade to how you like. You can make something cool out of it. But this is one I definitely will not be picking up for myself, and I think that Benchmade really missed the ball on. So, all right, guys. I hope I didn't sound too negative about it. This knife just rubbed me the wrong way somehow. But anyway, this is Justin for Blue Collar Survival. Thank you guys for listening to me whine and cry about this knife. You guys stay safe.